Hello and welcome back to Ogie Farm. So, video we're making today, just taking a quick look at our next iteration of oyster mushroom growing. What we've come to with our next sort of stage of experimentation. We have the original tent that we were inoculating our buckets in last time around. We've converted this now into a fruiting chamber while we've been inoculating in the garage, basically, because we didn't need light. We had a little box set up down there which has worked fine for inoculation. This is now our fruiting chamber. So what have we changed? We have a lot, pretty much everything. So we've got a humidifier. I just spilled all the water over it, that's handy. This is our humidifier. It's a Trio brand humidifier. It's just a sort of large capacity home humidifier that we got off eBay, 25 quid, and it's working great. It's working really well. You can set the humidity to maintain at a consistent rate. I find that it's not hugely accurate, but you know, since we were fruiting outside last time, and of course that gives us no control over the humidity, this is a massive improvement. As I said, it was only £25 on eBay, and it's been great. We set this to aim for 90% humidity. I'm finding that going off our... Oh, there it goes. Let's turn that off. We don't want that on right now. I'm finding that going off our other humidity gauge, which we stick up at a higher level than where we're at with that humidifier, that the humidifier is underestimating the humidity just a little bit. So we set it to 90, hoping for 80, 85. But, you know, as long as we're getting consistent humidity, then it's a heck of a lot better than what we were dealing with outside. So that's the first thing we added, was a source of humidity. That was the problem that we had with the last grow, is that we had a hot spell, which we're currently having again. The weather's been really warm in Wales this year. Really dry in particular, but warm too. We had a little dry spell, and that dried out the oysters. You want to maintain a consistent humidity of 75% plus really for fruiting. So that's what that's achieving for us now. It's been a heck of an improvement. I just have to top it up maybe once every 2 or 3 days. I'm checking on it every day anyway, so not a big deal. On top of that, we have added lights to the grow tent along the top there. We just have little LED strip lights. They are 6000K cool white LED lights. We used those when we made a shelf setup for growing tomatoes and pumpkin plants a few years ago. So I've had those lying around since. They were really cheap on Amazon. And we've just got 3 lights. I don't know whether that's necessarily enough. Mushrooms don't particularly need light to grow. They don't really use photosynthesis. They just need the light as a trigger for the fruiting to begin. I guess it's just triggering the mycelium, saying that you've hit surface level and now it's time to fruit. I think that's what's going on there. They don't need any particular level of light for photosynthesis or anything like that. So we're running with 3, and that seems to be doing great. I can't see why we need any more. We're probably going to experiment a bit with that. Maybe add another one and see if that changes anything. You know, this is sort of half the fun really, is that we're learning as we go. The lights we have set onto a mechanical timer. We have them on for 12 hours and off for 12 hours. They're very low energy consumption, just three little LED strips. So I'm not worried about the energy usage particularly. So we've got it 12 hours on, 12 hours off. And that's just a little mechanical timer switch. So one of the primary challenges for a tent grow is fresh air exchange. Oyster mushrooms, they give off a lot of carbon dioxide when they grow, so you need to keep the fresh air coming in and out. That's why I'd originally hoped to grow them outside, to sort of completely remove that aspect. But you know, that brings with other challenges. So fresh air exchange, you need a fan running. We've got a little fan which came with the tent. It was part of a kit with a sort of carbon filter on it to hide naughty smells and whatnot. Not of interest to us. And oyster mushrooms don't give off any smells. Carbon filters are not suitable because they will clog with spores. So we've just got the fan which again is set on a mechanical timer. I've set it to go off for 15 minutes every hour. So every hour the fan will run for 15 minutes and give it some fresh air. That's the main thing to be tweaking. I think we could probably do with a bit more. I think I'll end up tweaking that to maybe run for, 2 different 15-minute intervals per hour to get a bit more fresh air exchange. At the minute, if you, it's sort of hard to see from where you are there, but there's quite a lot of water building up on the walls and on the buckets themselves as well, which we don't particularly want. We don't want stagnant water sitting around. So fresh air exchange helps to reduce the humidity and stop that from happening. When you increase the fresh air exchange, of course, you have to increase the humidity to match. So it's about balancing those two levels, keeping the humidity at the right level and keeping the fresh air exchange at the right level without, you could keep the fan running 24/7, but then you'd have to keep the humidity running 24/7, and it sort of becomes unfeasible then. So in terms of the results, I think we're looking good. You can see the mushrooms we have grown this time around are looking quite a lot healthier, quite a lot more like what we were aiming for with oyster mushrooms. They're not cracking, they're nice and meaty, juicy, nice development, nice colour. These are grey oyster mushrooms, as you can see from the colour. Yeah, too much water on those buckets. We don't want that much water sitting. As you can see, we've got some really big ones. Nice growth. So I'm just going to pick a couple of these actually, since they're ready for harvest. There you go. Looking pretty nice, I think. Looking pretty nice. Now this is an example of one that I've missed. They grow so quickly, especially when they're in ideal conditions like this. So this has gone from the cap's been turned over to fully splayed out like that in the course of a day. So that's a little bit overdone, a little bit over mature. We'd ideally not want the cap splayed up like that. We want it still curled over slightly, but it's fine, still good to eat. Yeah, I'm seeing much more consistent coloration, much more consistent structure. They just look a lot healthier than our last batch grown outside. This cracking, a little bit paler. I'll have to take a look and find out what that's all about. There we go. So we've done a little harvest there. As I say, looking really good, very promising. I think we're going to get a more consistent mushroom, more consistent product out of this tent, and I think a higher yield. Looking at it so far, I think we're getting more off the same amount of buckets that we had outdoors. I'm going to have to obviously weigh it and see how it goes, and we can compare then at the end of this cycle. I'll just get the camera off the tripod so you can have a little look inside at how it looks. It's a little bit ragtag, so excuse me. If you know any of my videos so far, I do like to do things on a budget where possible. I'm not one for throwing lots of money at things, so I've used what we've got. We had a tent, we had old plug sockets, extension leads. That's my old, there we are, my old water bottle that I'm using for topping up the humidifier rather. Let me just flip that around. Yes, so this is the tent. You can see all the buckets stacked up. See the mushrooms growing there, looking nice and healthy. Ideally, I want to get these electrics out because it's a high humidity environment, and that is an old extension cable as well, so not something I'd suggest. You can see up here, this is the fan vent. So it's just a little bit of silver tube and the fan goes out the back there. And that clicks on for 15 minutes of every hour. And I just settle the humidifier on the bucket in the middle, and away we go. So still improvements to make, I think, but as a second draft, first draft of a tent fruiting chamber, using materials that we had lying about, basically the tent and 20-pound humidifier, everything else we already had. I'm pretty happy. I think we're getting a more consistent mushroom, more consistent product. And I think that's going to be the way we move forward, really, is to try and iterate on that. Try and get the balance right between fresh air exchange and humidity. And work from there. But I'd say, as I say, as a second draft, pretty promising. Nice looking mushrooms, aren't they? Anyway, so I wanted to make a quick video to show you what we're working on now with the oyster mushrooms. Hope that helped. Hope it was interesting. And yeah, hope to see you again. Thanks.